everybody, it's Miss Pengrino from Superfuzz Productions, and let me tell you, it is the first episode of Let Me Tell You, and I'm super duper excited. So, let me explain a little bit what this show is going to be about. There are certain topics that you hear things or you see things and your brain just kind of goes a little twisted. It's that pet peeve that just irks you that tiniest little bit where you're like, ooh, I really just want to say something. Can't I just say something? But in today's society, and trying to be a good person like you are, you don't. You keep your mouth shut, you go bitch about it later, and then you get frustrated because you're like, well, shouldn't I have said something? So that's what this show's about. This show is finding those pet peeves, talking about them, letting out everything that you just want to say. Let's share with each other. Comment below what you want to talk about, what you think about the things that I talk about. Grant you, is it just kind of a bitch session? A little bit. But we all need a bitch session, don't we? I mean, I like just sitting and talking with my friends. So now I'm going to sit and talk with you guys because you're all going to be my new friends, okay? I appreciate that. Anyways, first topic I really want to talk about, and this has been a big pet peeve of mine since I was younger. So here it goes. When people tell me, or tell my friends, or tell other people, why don't you just lose weight? You seem unhealthy. Why don't you just lose weight? You're tired. Just lose some weight. Well, let me tell you, it is not that easy. There's no such thing as just losing weight. Or for people who are super thin, there's no such thing as just gaining weight. There's always more to that story. And it makes me so mad that people don't assume that there is more to the story. They just think it's as simple as eat healthy, work out, try to not sleep all day, try to be motivated. Well, I mean, it's just not. There's more to it. The biggest thing that I really want to talk about is medical conditions that make this difficult. So there are 3 medical conditions that make losing weight excruciatingly difficult. And they're pretty common nowadays. Number 1, hypothyroidism. Basically means your thyroid is just not capable of working at the level that it needs to work at. Causes weight gain, fatigue, hair loss, so many other things. But it is so difficult for people to lose weight with that because if your thyroid's off balance, a lot of other things in your body are off balance. And weight is a huge version of that. The second one is PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Now this can cause another plethora of problems. Weight gain, insulin resistance, hormone problems, a lot. And third, we have Cushing's syndrome. Now that's an adrenal gland malfunction, and your adrenal gland, well, it basically regulates everything in your body, head to toe. It kind of tells your bits and pieces what they need to do. And if that's not working, well then of course nothing else is going to work. Your body just physically doesn't know what to do. So what it does is it basically forms different fat pockets around your body, and it makes it super difficult to lose weight. So anyone who falls into these categories, and sometimes just random other health issues that can have this side effect, they get a little discouraged when someone just comes up to them and says, well, just lose weight, honey. It's fine. You'll feel better. You'll feel healthy. No, I won't, because it's not that easy for me. The second thing I want to talk about is mental illness, depression, anxiety. That plays so big into losing weight. If I don't have the motivation to do normal stuff during the day, go out and see a movie, go out and hang with my friends, go to work, what in the world would make you think I possibly could have the motivation to lose weight? Now there's 2 ways it could go with this. Depression, anxiety, you could eat your way out of it. It's It's comforting. You stick to foods that you know, which are normally super sweet or super greasy, causing a lot of weight gain. Or you could go the complete opposite way, not eat anything at all. And, some may think, oh, well, if you're not eating, you're going to lose weight, right? Not so much. Your body basically thinks you're starving itself. So it takes what you already have on your body and just kind of replaces it, because it thinks, oh, well, we're never going to eat again. So we got to do something with what we got. Hi guys. Pause this little bit for Thieves. She's saying hello. She had to make an appearance. Thank you. Thieves the cat. She is the superstar of Super Fuzz Production. She's the mascot here, so she's got to make herself known in every show.
Hi, I'm not in this.
Go away! Hot Toddy has rudely interrupted, and now I kind of don't want to talk to the camera because I think I feel stupid when he's in the room, me talking to the camera.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye. And we continue. Besides medical conditions that make it difficult to lose weight, besides mental illness that make you not all there and want to lose weight, there's the financial part of it. Losing weight is not a cheap thing. Food is expensive, gyms are expensive, and nowadays, especially during COVID, people have lost jobs, prices have gone up. Money's just not readily available. It's pretty expensive for me to, by myself, it's me and Hot Toddy, to go to the grocery. We go twice a week and we spend close to $200, $250. It's a lot of money. Money a lot of people don't have. When I could go to McDonald's or Wendy's and can get off the dollar menu a pretty damn good meal for like $4 or $5. I know, not the best, not the healthiest choice, but when money's tight, it kind of is what it is. And when you have larger families, going to the grocery is just almost not financially an option. Not to eat healthy anyways. You can get frozen foods, frozen nuggets, things like that. A lot of prepackaged stuff, noodles and things that'll last you long periods of time. But that fresh stuff, fruits, vegetables, it's so expensive. And to even think of a gym membership, it's kind of blasphemy. There are a few gyms where you can join for $10 a month, and that's not too bad. But then you have to rely on yourself to motivate you, to figure out what you need to do, how you need to exercise. If you wanted a personal trainer, well, think about chalking up about $100 a month on that. And I don't know about you, but I don't have $100 a month. I barely have the 10. So financially speaking, it's really difficult to get healthy. You have to really want to do it, and you can't break from it. You have to be willing to spend that money and probably skimp on some other areas of your life. So if you're not ready to skimp, then you're probably not ready to lose weight. And lastly, the biggest thing as to why this is just not so easy, why I can't just snap my fingers and be like, oh, I'm gorgeous and I'm thin, is the support. Sometimes you just don't have the support needed. It's not, you yourself have to be in the right set of mind. You do. But you also have to have friends and family who are willing to help you get there, who are willing to question what you're doing, question what you're eating. Because sometimes your brain just doesn't want to stay on track, needs a little boost to get back where it's going. And I know, you may think, well, that's kind of silly. Why would you have to rely on others? We all rely on others. For everything we do, there's a little bit that we rely on. And for me, I have been on many weight loss journeys, and none seem to go too well for me. They always kind of backfire, but I keep going, I keep trying. And my friends and my family are a huge part of that. They help keep me on track. They help basically shame me without shaming me. They do it a really nice way, so I appreciate that. But if you don't have that, it becomes really difficult to do this. All of these which also apply to someone who can't gain weight. I have a couple friends who are so thin, and heaven forbid you call them thin, because they have the same images in their brain, just on the thin side, that we do being big. They try to gain weight. They try drinking protein shakes. They try eating a lot, and their body just rejects it. So for us as a society to just go up to people and ask, why don't you just lose weight? Why don't you just gain weight? Why don't you just exercise? I don't understand why you can't do it. It's so simple. Guys, it's not. It's really not. And I know most of you out there probably know this shit and you're like, yes, preach. But to those who may question and may not understand why it's not okay for you to say that, or why people get a little frustrated when you say that, these are the reasons. These are the main reasons. Not to say that there are not other reasons. Plenty. Each person has their own feelings towards this, has their own issues and experiences, and we just need to learn to take those into consideration. You do not know what's going on in someone's brain. You do not know what they've experienced in the past. So don't just assume that this is life. Circling back to almost the beginning here, don't just assume because they're big they are not healthy, or if they're too skinny they're not healthy. Just because I have a lot of meat on my bones does not mean I'm not a healthy person. All of my levels keep coming back normal. Grant you, do I have a few more aches and pains probably than most people? Yeah, but then again, I work on my feet 24/7, so that plays a large role too. Think about it. Think about it the next time you want to help somebody. Don't start out with a judgy tone. Offer your help. Be like, hey, have you heard about eating this kind of life? Eating this kind of life. Have you heard about living this kind of life? Eating healthier food, working out. Most of us have. Most of us have thought about it, but maybe need the help. Maybe need the resources, need the info. Offer that to us. Don't offer your attitude, your disgust. We get plenty of that. We really don't need any more. What I need is someone to understand me. Understand that I am trying. That we are all trying. But it's not so easy. You have to go day by day. And we do. To wrap this all up, not trying to shun anybody. Not trying to be mad at anybody. Just trying to let people know out there that sometimes we really do need to think before we speak. Because what you may think is just a simple question, it's just a simple thought in your brain, let me tell you, it's not. It could really set somebody off. For me, I'm kind of used to hearing that, why don't you lose weight? I've heard it my entire life. I've been big since I was 10, so I've kind of gotten used to it. Does it still aggravate me? Oh, hell yeah, it does. But I've learned to speak my piece and move on. But not everybody has. We're not all comfortable in our bodies. It's a lot. So maybe next time, offer a friendship instead of a judgment. Well, I think I've pretty much touched on everything on this topic, at least the main points that I've noticed that me, my friends, a few of my family have gone through with it. So with that, I think we're going to wrap up this first Let Me Tell You. I think it was a pretty good one. What do you guys think? Let me know. Next week, we're going to talk about customer service. Grant you, this may need 2 episodes. There's a lot to it. We're super excited for you guys to join us and continue listening. And with that, I'm Miss Pengrino, and this has been Let Me Tell Ya.